Happy New Year, everyone. And I want you guys to know that welcome to 2026 because what else are we going to do and what else are we going to say? And welcome to the first live, right? The first immigration live of 2026. I hope you guys had a fabulous time ringing in the new year, right? And if you are joining me live right now, I want you guys to know that, yeah, this year there's going to be a lot of changes when it comes to immigration. So it's just persons, they need to gear up, right? And we're not trying to spike fear into anybody, but hope your new year started out fabulously. All right, besties, fabulously. So, all right. So for persons, I am going to be replaying this on YouTube at Immigration Help 101. So if you haven't yet started following us, go ahead, follow us, because again, the first part of the live, it is going to be about, just giving you a little bit of tips, here and there when it comes to filing your immigration case. As you come in, go ahead, tap the live, like the live. Yes, guys, I'm still underneath the weather. I don't know what kind of flu this. I don't know what type of flu this is, but yeah. But anywho, if you haven't yet followed us on TikTok, go ahead and do so. Also follow us on Instagram at Golden Path Solution 2 and Facebook at the same name, same handle. All right. Now, let's talk about. I just want you guys to put in the chat. What are your plans going forward in 2026? What are some of the plans? What's going on for you guys with your immigration journey? Because that's what we want to say. What are your plans? Is it that you started to file already? You started to prepare your case, or you're just out there la la land? You haven't even decided to put pen to paper to figure out what's going on. I have my interview, but I am stressed. Hey, Funny Clips, how are you? A good day. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Funny Clips, I just have a piece of guidance for you when it comes to your interview. Just continuously prep with your spouse. Hopefully it's a marriage base. If it's not and it's something else from a different family based petition, then you know take your time, prep yourself, because again, these are things that you should know. These are questions that USCIS are going to ask you from your own application. So these are things that you should actually know, right? Yeah. So we're gonna take questions, but at the end of the day, we are doing the live different, as I said. And if you haven't followed us, go ahead and follow us. And Funny Clips, we did do a video, I think 2 days ago, where we're talking about interview and just innovative ways to prepare yourself for the interview. You could go over on YouTube at Immigration Help 101, rewatch it, take some guidance from that, take anything that you can learn from it, and go ahead and just prep yourself. All right? Okay. And just prep yourself. You'll be fine. That's what I think. Guys, go ahead, like the live for me, please. But I'm not telling a lie. Is it me alone that have this bad flu? Cause like anybody else has the bad flu? Hey Apple, how are you? And for those who don't know who I am, hey Kayan, Happy New Year's. My name is Annika and I am an immigration consultant slash doc prepara who helps persons to file their paperwork inside or outside of the United States. We also do taxes. Keep in mind the tax season is up on us. So if you don't have somebody who is trusted to file your paperwork when it comes to, your taxes, you can reach out to us. You say accept your request. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How can I assist?
Okay, so I've taken time to do a lot of research. I'm actually working on green card, marriage based green card application.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have taken time to compile all the checklists. So if I want you to do the document preparation and take me through, I would like to know your fees and if you are open that I ask some questions. I just got married. I know the 90-day rule. I've been in and out of the US quite a multiple time. On the third time, I met a lady while I was in the US, though we didn't meet in person. But because of my schedules, I had to fly out. So while I was out for 8 months, we got talking and all that. I came back September, and then
So this is what
this,
I'll say to you. Um, Instead of airing out everything on live,
yeah.
you can actually give me a call once I'm done with my live and you can do a consult with us.
Is it going to be at a fee?
Yes, our consultation is usually 50 for 30 minutes.
Uh,
So
I, I,
you can either choose a time that is better for you or that works for you, or you can just text us on WhatsApp with the number that's on the screen and then you take it from there. I don't like when persons kind of air their whole
no,
entire
you're right.
situation
I
online.
don't want it that way. But I'm
Mhm.
actually not financially okay now. That's what I'm saying. I would love you to supervise everything. I will pay the fee, but for now, I'm not in the position to pay the consultation fee. So if it's something you can waive, you look through my case, you look through what I have got, and you tell me, I wouldn't mind go with you at the end of the day.
Reach out to us on WhatsApp.
Okay.
All
At
right,
what
no
time?
problem.
I'm in Texas,
After
San Antonio.
I'm gonna do live at least for an hour and 30 minutes. So once we're done with that, it's now what 12:11 here in Missouri.
Yeah, it's 12:11 here too in Texas, San Antonio.
Yeah. So once I'm done with the live, you can either reach out to us either way and we'll get in contact with you.
Okay, so if somebody picks the call other than you, what do I say?
You want to speak to Annika.
Annika. All right.
Mhm.
Thank you. I appreciate.
All right, you're welcome. No problem.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Did you say WhatsApp? I can only get on
Yes.
WhatsApp? Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
no problem. All right, guys. So I am gonna take your questions. I just want to go through, certain things for the new year. All right. Friend, what's up? What's up, friend? I hope you guys are doing fabulous for the new year. Hey, Andrea, how are you? If you guys want to ask your question, but I will get to them. I just need to get through, the 30 minutes of this live. All right. So hopefully everybody is doing well. All right. Okay. So let's talk about, setting your expectations for 2026 when it comes to your immigration paperwork. All right. Now, let me tell you, like, exactly what will we be like we will be doing in the next 30 minutes so that persons aren't so confused, right? So we'll explain what really matters in immigration come 2026, because we're in 2026 now, and we can clear up some of the biggest confusions that people have right now, right? Going into filing their paperwork. And, just to help start this year with a clear immigration mindset and direction as to how you want to proceed with your immigration process, right? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Guys, must say I might not seem so upbeat because again, this flu is hitting me the hard way. All right. So I want you guys to tell me if you're ready to take your immigration process serious this year. And if you are, I want you guys to type ready 2026 in the comment section. Come, if you're ready to take your immigration process serious, go ahead and type ready 2026. Oh no, nobody know already? Mighty God. Is nobody ready for their immigration process in 2026? And one person said you're ready for the road. Nobody else, just one person is ready for the road? Oh my God. One person ready for the road. Everybody else, I guess, is sitting down silent and being like, maybe, maybe not. So Shalette says she's ready. Anybody else? No, sir. All right, let's move it along because it don't look like nobody have full faith and confidence in themselves this year. That's crazy. All right, so let's start with something very important, right? Immigration in 2026 is not about luck, right? It is not about knowing someone. It is definitely not about rushing like your application just randomly, right? It's not about that, right? Immigration works it works different ways. It works different ways. So I don't want persons to be like, oh, thank you so much. I don't want persons to be like, oh, my friend got through in such and such time, you know, is my case going to get through in that time? No. Uh-uh. No. Okay. So immigration works when three things come together: eligibility, timing, and the correct documents, right? If you miss one, delay can happen. If you miss two, then you might get a refusal. All right. I hope you guys are understanding. Would you marry a person who go, I guess, to prison? Would it affect you? Then Ari girl, that's just so vague though. That is so vague, my love. That is so vague. Right? So I want you guys to think about immigration like a door. Like, like a door that you need to open. Eligibility is key. Timing is when the door is unlocked. And documents are proof, right? Proof. So documents are proof you own your key. Come again. Like we say it again. Think about immigration like a door. The eligibility, it is key. Timing is when the door is unlocked. And your documents is proof that you have your key. Yeah? Okay. All right. So I hope you understand that. And no matter how hard you knock on that door, the door won't open if there's no alignment. I'm just telling y'all, because sometimes we come and we talk. Remember, it's the first day of the year. Happy New Year, Georgia. Happy New Year, Cali. Happy New Year to everybody that has been riding with us and rocking with us right throughout 2025. And I wasn't clear enough. I don't think you were clear enough for true. Yes, successful says words for the wise. All right. So I want you guys to be a little bit more interactive in the chat so we can spark the conversation. And quick question, and I want you guys to be honest, right? Have you ever applied for a visa, right, without fully understanding why you were approved or refused? Come again. Have you ever applied for a visa without fully understanding why you were approved or why you were refused? Put yes or no in the chat. Happy New Year to you too and your family. God bless you. Amen. Amen. Wayne, how are you? Yes. Sophia says yes. Who else? Tam Fam says yes. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you, K6. Sunshines. Happy New Year. Who else? All right, so we'll move on and accept those responses, right? And why I ask this question is because when persons are going into a journey for the both of them, so when persons are taking on a journey, they really, really sometimes don't understand what it is that they're getting themselves into. So it's just like immigration. A lot of persons just think that it is paperwork alone, right? And from the jump, I've seen, like, take for instance, yesterday, I saw a notice of intent to deny where the officer, they were actually giving this person a chance, right? They were giving the person a chance. And when I read through it, it was 6 pages of, the statement that the officer had written. And one, there was no evidences that was sent in. Two, the ones that were actually sent in, it was like 69, I think they said it was like 69 photos, right? And with the 69 photos that was sent in, you could basically split it and say it was just 3 occasions, right? So this is how I'm telling you USCIS goes into detail. So sometimes you apply for things and you really don't understand, all right, what it takes to actually get the approval. So this person sent 69 photos, and those 69 photos over 3 events, right? 2 different restaurants and probably somewhere else. That was it, because they broke it down to the T. Then I guess they went to the interview, and the interview didn't work out well, so they did a home visit. And in doing the home visit, again, if you live with family, please state that you live with family. Let's take it again. If you live with family, please state that you live with family. Don't lie, because at the end of the day, when you lie, that lie is going to catch up with you, because they did find out that the person was living with her brother. But in evidence that she submitted, she stated that the person was her friend, right? The officer asked, why did you lie? The officer asked, why did you lie that you were living with a friend and not your brother? The person stated they didn't want their family members to be a part of their immigration journey. That now make no sense to me. So put in the chat, does that make any sense to you? Because if you live with family in a state, say you live with family, right? Put in the chat if that make any sense. Because if you live with family, you should state that you live with family. All right, fine. Then, because they were giving her the opportunity to, right? It don't make no sense. That don't mean one. So because they were giving her the opportunity to clear herself, I think that she was, in reading it, I think she tied herself up too. Because the officer went to the house, knocked on the door. I'm telling you, this is something recent. It's yesterday I sit down and read it. The officer knocked on the door. Nobody answered. He proceeded to call the person. She answered, right? Which is the beneficiary. She answered. She was at work. She works somewhere else, lives somewhere else. Yeah? Works a different state, lives somewhere else. She said she had come home because she don't live far from where she work. The state them not too far. The officer waited on her 30 minutes. I no love to start up the story me I talk, but the officer waited on the person for 30 minutes. When she got there, before the officer could meet the person who had come out of the house, because remember, she's coming. Before the officer could meet the person who was coming out of the house, because remember, the officer was knocking on the door, and nobody answered the door. The person jumping in the car and gone about their business. So when the officer meet she, the officer said, all right, where you live? She take the officer in the house. The officer started search her now, and him says, all right, so where you live? In the basement. All right, show me in the basement. The officer say, hey girl, they looking good today. Thank you. The officer said to her, show me where you live. So they went down to the basement. The officer there said there was like a curtain, splitting her room and stuff like that. The officer says, so where your husband things them there? I'm paraphrasing now. The officer said, where are your husband things? She say, him work there so and come home on the weekends. Every weekend him come home. Happy New Year, Sandra. Every weekend him come home. All right, fine. Every weekend him come home. The officer says, so when things them they when stay, like the thing when he come home, when wear, no shoes, no nothing. The portable closet. The officer looking at the portable closet. No, looking at the portable closet, nothing. All right, fine. Him say, so Like, when him come home? All right. She not know what to say. Then she then proceeded to say, um, yeah, when she said to the officer, say, come home on weekends, the officer said, so what the bus ticket then there? Like, show me the bus tickets. Can you show me proof of the bus tickets? This officer was trying to give her a chance. She said she not have them. The husband have them. The officer said, can you get them and send them to me today after I leave? She said, yeah. All right, fine. They proceeded to the conversation some more. The officer said, all right, how you and your husband, communicate throughout the time when he's not here? She said, them text and them call. The officer said, all right, since you text and call, where are the call logs? Where are the text messages? She couldn't prove that. She couldn't prove it. And the officer said, show me. She scrolled through the phone. She tell the officer, she flashed the phone. We can't bother. All of this is written in the notice of intent to deny. And before they gave her a notice of intent to deny, they were trying to give her a chance to submit evidences. The lady tell the officer, say, this, because me I read now, I have I have such a wild imagination. Me I read it yesterday, and this is me. So me I scroll through here. I'm sorry for bringing it up the story to go for the first of the year. But see me I scroll through and me I read and me I say, what? So she scroll on her phone, cause me I imagine now, when me I read, me I imagine she scroll on her phone now, and the officer said, show me. Officer said, show me. She can't show the officer. She said, me flash the phone. She said she flashed the phone. Yeah, but then mighty God. Then this is me at the paper. See me, a be a laugh, me a laugh out now in the car. Yeah, but look how, but look how the officer gave her a chance. Yeah, but look how the officer gave her a chance. Later she flashed the phone. All right, move on. The officer said to her, I said, all right, the money waiter, she said she give her husband money for buy like the bus ticket and something when he might come home. The officer said, show me proof of that. She can't show the officer proof of it. She can't show the officer proof of it. The officer said, all right, when me left, it's so much chance the officer gave her. The officer said, when me leave, send them information here to me. All right, cool. When the officer leave, she never said nothing go give officer. And why I'm sick, me tell you say, I have one bad flu. I have a bad flu, just, nah, leave me. The officer say, send me the things them. So in another statement now, the officer say, we are sending you this notice of intent to deny because you never send with the things them we were asked you for, which was the bus ticket, the text message, the car log, the proof of buying the tickets. And that's why them send her the notice of intent to deny after the visit. Somebody said, when she got it from, let me tell you. Somebody referred the person to me, and I said to him, I said, I can't help her. I think nothing cannot help this Ephesian. Like, I drink everything that I should drink. I just have to let it ride out the course because again, I only get once per year, and it just beat my body. It's beating me bad. I'm telling you. But me's a girl, me I go jump up and me tell my mind, say me no sick. So let me see. She got this the 22nd of December 2025. The December this 22nd, and they gave the person, let me see. I want to show you, say because them really want to deny that case here, they only give the person like 1 month to respond to them. They gave the person January the 21st, 2026 to respond to this notice of intent to deny. And I said to the person, when they sent it to me, I said to the person, where's your ears at, girl? But those people want to go outside. I said to the person said to me, I don't know why I'm ref that person here to you. Hear me. I said to him say, because you're good You're good. Me say, look here now, no matter how good me be, this a case here, she needs an attorney and she still not have no evidence. She still doesn't have any evidence. So I'm bringing this to you guys' attention because I don't like me can't work miracle. Them think you can work magic. I think no, this is a scam page. I'ma just block that scammer, yeah. Scammer person, you I get block. Block from me. Yeah, man. So yeah, it's a me can't work magic. I cannot work magic. And because I can't work magic, I literally tell the person, say, look here, let me tell you something. This person needs an attorney. And I'm bringing this to y'all attention just because don't start out the new year not having your evidence. Don't start out the new year and set up yourself for failure. I know. Me block it, Brianna. Me block it. Yeah, don't start out the new year with failure because again, these were the only evidence that was sending a photo of the marriage certificate for the beneficiary, a letter from Global Life addressed to the beneficiary, a letter from the Internal Revenue addressed to the beneficiary, and 63 photos. And I'm going to show you how USCIS broke it down with the 63 photos. They said the copy, let's get into it. They said the letter, like the copy of the marriage certificate you provided, showed that you and the beneficiary legally entered your marriage on such and such date in such and such state. The letter from Global Life addressed to the beneficiary underneath her married name, right? Such and such. The document is addressed to the claimed married address. You notice how they must say claimed married address, right? Claimed. So them you would think so them live there, right? And then they said the form is not filled out by the beneficiary, which is the Global Life thing. So they looked at it and it's not filled out by the beneficiary, nor is the form dated. This document does not provide evidence of your marital relationship or other than listing the beneficiary's married name. And then the letter from the IRS is addressed to the beneficiary underneath her maiden name and it's dated November the 3rd, 2023. This now have nothing to do with the marriage because it's before the marriage. So I'm just saying this to say to you, please, when you're sending in your evidences, make your evidences make sense. It's yesterday I said to one of my client and when I'm gonna do it with my client them, I'm gonna say to her, I say, hey, I say me ignorant about you and USCIS, right? Me a trouble her though. And I said to her, I say, she did send in evidences, but the people them still jump up and give her one request for evidence. I'm gonna tell her, I say, look, me will do it. Me not no time for you, me will do it. She tell me this morning, say she give me 1 star. I'm gonna tell her, I say, me will take it. She said she giving me a star. And I said, me will take a star. And you know why? Because the relevancy of any evidences that you're sending in, again, make it make sense to your situation, right? When USCIS says they need evidences within the marriage, or if you guys have been in a relationship prior to the marriage and you guys can prove that, then you do that. Don't send in things where is not relevant to the marriage and expect USCIS to understand it. Yeah? All right. Just a word to the wise. Who kissing you today? What the heck? All right. Somebody says any updates based on Visa EB. I don't do the EB one. Thank you so much for sharing the live. Yeah, so with a denial, with an intent to deny like that, she does need an attorney. And for the fact that there was lying, and she apologized to the officer for lying, that, you know, she didn't state that it was her brother that she was living with. And again, there's just no evidences that she has, like none, and really and truly they want to deny our case. But be proactive when you're going to file your paperwork. You hear that come 20, we're in 2026, but come February, they're going to, I don't know if they're going to with the public charges, but be mindful of that too. All right? Be very mindful. Again, my name is Annika. I'm a DACPAPERA immigration consultant that helps persons to put their paperwork together as best as possible. Keep in mind, everything in immigration is not straightforward. You will have situations where you put your case in, the case going quick and everything is okay, and you go, you do your interview, all of a sudden, I'm located in Missouri and I can help from wherever you are, wherever state you are at. They will literally tell you that you went to the interview and then all of a sudden they deschedule the interview or they cancel the interview, and it's just crazy, right? It is just so crazy. Dream Life, you can save the number 417-213-1452, right? Yeah, but a lot of persons lie, a lot of persons lie. A lot of persons think that they can trick the investigators when they do a site visit, and that makes it a little bit harder for you to overcome certain things. Again, I am not an attorney and I don't give legal advice. All right, I do immigration paperwork for inside the United States, outside of the United States. So if it's NVC processing, we do that. We do passport renewals. So if you want your passports to be renewed, we do that. Hey Flossie, Happy New Year. You're in Jamaica, that's fine. We can help you. I know I'm gonna get better, Flossie. My sound like whatever, but I'm right here. It's just at this point, me just not feel like somebody said I want bad flu, a girl. Somebody says a bad flu. Because we have two different state ID, but she lives with me in Tennessee and she has a North Carolina state ID. The thing is, you see, persons need to update they need to update their address, because if you were living in a different state and now you're with your partner for over a year and you still have that ID, these people are going to be like, what? Why haven't it be updated? Why not update? Do you think photos without your spouse at the same event holds any value? What kind of question that? Like, yeah, you're supposed to date, like, is it like with family member? I could understand if you were at a family function and probably his family function, and you're stating that, hey, these are pictures of me and my spouse family, but he wasn't there. But I could understand that, but just you at an event without your spouse, that not make no sense. That's not making much sense to me. How does the travel affect for the visa issuance for already scheduled interview? Why, I don't know. How can we fix it at the interview? Funny clips. What did you do? So funny clips, I don't know how quickly your interview is coming up, but if there's an explanation, you need to give the people my explanation. I don't know what the situation is, but you would probably need to give an explanation, because sometimes I'm going to give you a prime case. Thank you so much there. A prime case where the man just was not going to change his ID, the address, because again, that's kind of different. He had business at that address. So he lived somewhere else. The ID was saying something else, but he had business at that address, and it is a family business. So I had to go down into details and explain to USCIS why the address not making any sense. Like, what's the discrepancy here, right? And it was a full detail, and those people got waived. Like, they never call them in. Hi, Scope. How are you, Scope Beauty? Is it easy to apply for the persons from the US, or have her do it again in Jamaica? Empress, I missed out some of the question them. a mistake was made on my I-765 and they sent you a rejection letter. Do you have to pay to refile it? I mean, if they sent you a rejection letter, that means that they would have sent back everything to you. They would have sent back everything to you and they would more than likely refund your money. Because that's what I'm seeing they're doing. Because remember, there's no more checks. There's no more money order, right? It's the G1650 or the G1450. I forgot to ask you, can he travel even? Can he take the bus, come down to me? Oh, your spouse, queen? Do you do renewals of student visa? No, I don't. What I do, I help the students. Like the other day I helped a F1 student who changed over her status. I helped her to get hardship. Like there's a thing when students are having hardship and they don't have any sponsor anymore. I helped her to get like a work permit because she came here, changed her status, and when she changed her status, she lose her sponsor because of whatever. So she had to get like a new DS 120 or something like that. And then we could go about doing the hardship. There's something called hardship for F1 students. But no, I don't do that. I do other things. How to get the advanced parole? Why you want the advanced parole? Good morning. Why do you want the advanced parole? Hey, Maury. I mean, he has to just travel at his own risk. Is he undocumented or is he a citizen? Because if he's a citizen, he can go about in business and do whatever he wants to do, right? Right. Remember, he lives in Pennsylvania and I'm in Florida. Remember, we don't live together yet. Queen, try make sure say you don't file, or you probably file already. Only need to start live together, because not living together in 2026, that's like setting up yourself for failure. So that didn't refund me the money, but I made a mistake on the form and I replaced that. All right, Redbone, you keep typing the same ink, like the same sentence, but there's like a lot of grammatical error in there, so I'm not understanding it. I need return to the US. Oh, okay. You probably need to speak to an attorney. Vanessa, what if the beneficiary is working? Does she tell them in the interview she's working? Yes. If you're working, you're working. Don't let anybody tell you that you should lie to USCIS. Please do not. All right. Please do not. Again, guys, our consultation, it is $50 for 30 minutes, right? You could go to our website, you could book our consultations with us, or you can reach out to our WhatsApp number. We will tell you that our consultation fee is $50 for 30 minutes. All right. And if you want a quote on passport renewals, taxes, visa applications, just reach out to our website. You can click the head right there, go to our website, do an inquiry. We do not do inbox. So if you go spend your money with somebody and that's not me, tough, because I'm gonna be like, okay, no, so you have to pay me too, because like the person who you pay can't help you. All right, Macaulay after the ear. All right, no problem. Boy, the office was her uncle. He really wanted to help her. Happy New Year, Paul. Schedule for a second interview 14 days after the first one. I think that's a good sign. I think that you guys probably just messed up. We do mock interviews. You can go to our website and you can book the mock interviews with us. So I want to know. Oh. Okay. All right, let's see. My passport was taken at detention center. However, I won my asylum last year and haven't received it. As a female US citizen with Jamaican girlfriend that has been denied her visa, is it safe to do the K1 visa? I mean, on what basis she was denied her visa? What was the reason why she was denied? I mean, that's a whole different petition with the K1. K1? Why? I don't tell people go to K1, because I see with K1, you better be in love with that person, because it come like Amazon package. Because if you come here and it doesn't work out and the person doesn't want to marry you, then you have to go back home. So just be mindful. Nobody's saying that you can't do it. You can. So God with grace, how you want me to assist you? When you fail the medical Jamaica, they schedule random one year. They only did one. What next? K1 visa. You're gonna have to wait, because if you failed it, you're going to have to wait, as they said, and then they'll have to re-examine you, right? So you'll have to wait. So they gave you a Stokes interview the first time. What did your spouse go in there and say? Yeah, Sophia, the officer really wanted to help the lady, but you see, she she never did a help herself. So no matter how much the officer was asking her question and tell her to send stuff, and she didn't, that's on her. They separated us the first time, but most of our answers match. So I don't know why a second interview. That happened to probably two or three of my clients, but they got their green card. It's something that's not adding up. So you might think that you did great at your interview, but you probably really didn't. Yeah. I have two minors in Jamaica. I want to start filing for them. What do I need to do? So you can reach out to us and we can help you with that. Again, our consultation fee is 50 for 30 minutes. If you want us to file it for you, we can. Hey, billionaire, I need back my passport. Could you request it from the court? No, I can't do that. You could try and request it from the court for yourself. I don't know if you're even going to get it back, but you could try. I mean, if you have probably like a copy of it, you could probably try, Grace, if you have a copy of it. I want to message you. Is that the number? Yes, that's the number. And again, guys, it's the new year. My consultation fee, probably I got need to increase it back. I-130 was approved that day after the interview. Does it mean you get the green card? No. They're going to vet your green card. They're going to vet your green card. I-130 doesn't necessarily mean that your green card is approved. Somebody says a few name and dates error on some of the forms. Do you point them out at the interview or if they ask? I mean, if there's error on the forms, USCIS will either pick up certain things, but if it's not detrimental, then if it's not detrimental to you, because you say a few dates and errors, like with the dates, if USCIS sees that there's probably just too much inconsistency with the date range, they might ask you. But with the name, whose name is spelled wrong, like your name, your husband name, and if they see that right across the form, they might ask you and they might ask you to correct it and then sign to it. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't give legal advice. I'm a doctor para who helps person to file their paperwork. All right. All right, besties. So, common immigration mistakes, people. I need you guys to stay away from. Yeah, for 2026. So every January, I see the same mistake. I don't know why. I see the same mistake every January, and many of you guys will try and avoid them. One, you apply without a plan. That is one. You guys apply without a plan. Hey Jay, why you feel like the one start to apply without a plan? Hey billionaire, happy new year. I want to file for my mom. I need help doing it. You can reach out to me, Mishibu. We charge a fee for that. Yeah? On file without a plan. So many people always say, you know, let me just try and see. You want to try and see. You want to try and see. Immigration is unforgiving, you know. USCIS is unforgiving. So you see, when you make a mistake, it's going to be them saying to you, all right, you make a mistake, you can't go and apologize to the mistake that you made. You can't say, USCIS, you know, I'm sorry for typing that in. Can I withdraw that? No, 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 no. Right? So when you're going into something, please make sure you have your plans. All right? Number two, next mistake is following social media rumors. There's so much rumors that's going on social media that it's beyond me. It is beyond me, right? So instead of consuming, because you always hear me saying it, instead of consuming so much things on social media, go read it from the source. USCIS, NVC, the White House, like read it from the source yourself, right? So not just because somebody dip on TikTok get approved, that doesn't mean that your path is the same path as them. It's not the same path, or they're not living the same life. The evidence aren't the same. So just take that into your pipe and smoke it for me, right? Right. Okay. Now, the third mistake is ignoring the personal file, and by that, on look on the age, the education, the job, the finances, the travel history, all of this matter. All of this, it does matter. And again, it's not one size fit all when it comes to immigration. Because you see, when the public charge hits, keep in mind, you know, the public charge, I go look on how employable are you? Are you going to live off the government? Right? You have a job we can sustain you. What is your financial stability like? You know? Alright. I'm just telling you from now. So when persons look at me, and last year I literally kind of went back and forth with some of my clients with evidences, and I told myself that no, I will not be doing that this year. When I give you the checklist, yes, I'm still under the weather. Still under the weather. It's so crazy. Still under the weather. So I tell myself I'm not doing it back and forth with anybody this year to say, oh, to make sure someone get evidence. But when I give you the list, it's the memo. USCIS tell you guys the onus is on you who is filing for the petition to make sure that you prove that your relationship is real. We're grown adults. It's time for people to stop run back at Uno and say to Uno, say, hey, you know you need this, you know you need that. No. No, Uno know what I need. It's just that sometimes you guys are so combative that Uno depend. But my friend never did send in this. My friend never did send in that. But you're not your friend though. You're not married to your friend husband though. Exactly. They've been reviewing from January 2025 all up to now. Girl, the household size for USCIS does not make sense to me. Are they counting every person filed in the past? No, I think you're confusing what the household size is. I can listen to you talk all day. Lord Jesus. Ah. But yeah, that's one of the things where a lot of persons it just don't make no sense for me. And then sometimes them want come and fight you, you know. So I don't know all the lawyer them sometimes deal with it because like you have persons who you you used somebody's service because you need the help, but at the same time you make a friend over yonder tell a be foolishness too. Thank you so much, Purpose. You are the only one making sense. I love it. But I think me the only one who makes sense. Me just one of the few. It's one of the few, but I appreciate that. It's one of the few, you know. And we're gonna talk about evidences till we beat. You know, like when you bring donkey garwell, them drink, and I always you're gonna get the donkey for drink. Yeah. So what we're seeing is delay. You are seeing a lot of delays. Like if you're on the live right now and you filed a case last year and there are some delay, like you are experiencing delay. People don't understand with immigration, is that things don't happen overnight when it comes to immigration. Things are in the background working, right? So even though like the last part of the year, you guys didn't hear much happening. You don't hear much happening. Are there things happening? Yes, there are things happening. It's just that we don't know about it. There's things in the background that we don't know of. We don't know what's going on. It's just that them are gonna lick we with it. When they lick us with it, it's going to be like, oh, and we're like, oh. When it hits us, you see, when it hits us, it been in the pipeline long time. It's been in the pipeline a long time. So the word to the wise is sufficient, Should I mention in green card application, I work without authorization. I'm married with US citizen. May I work 30 years? Can I get a visa? My case is really moving fast, but the second interview is what I don't understand. Again, it's not for you to understand. I think there might be some discrepancy there. And because of that, even though you're saying, you guys probably did good, there might be something there. You guys just need to practice, 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 practice. And if you probably think you need an attorney, you get one. If not, yeah, you're supposed to sit down and practice. I'm sorry about that, but like getting a second interview, it's like a common occurrence now. We had a Stokes interview at first. Yeah, she was saying that they had a Stokes interview at first. Hey, Lisa. They're gonna question you both individually. They found something, so practice for real. Yeah, they found something that just didn't add up for them, or they just wanted to call you back because probably something to them was like a missed, and they're just like, let's call them back in and see. That's what it might be. Can I get a visa? I'm working 30 years. Then Mighty the Great. Oh, me not have the visa I give it over here. You say you work 30 years and you want a visa, then that go. Where are you though? Because if you want a visa, where there? Just be honest, because they already knew when they asked. Yes, they do. They already know. So I beg you, don't lie. You mighty one, you say you want one visa, go up to embassy, my love. And Jamaica, you want Jamaica. Why? No, Mighty, you probably gonna have to tell me where you're located, because you constantly text say you want a visa, you work for 30 years. It seems like he's a Jamaican. So I'm trying to figure it out. Good afternoon and Happy New Year, all. Happy New Year. Because I don't know if you think send me a visa over here and give away. Mighty, you think send me a visa over here and give away? I don't gonna work with the embassy. I can help you. I can help you to put your application together properly. You want to know if it, oh, so you're working 30 years. You want to know if the 30-year experience can help you to get a visa. Oh, might you just have to make sure, say, on your DS 160, you put in the accurate information. I don't know. Did you already file for a visa and you never get it before? And what was the reason behind you not getting it? Did they tell you? Was there any information that was misleading? Or this is going to be your first time. Your first time, then come at me. Come at me help you do your visa then. No, because you're in a Jamaica, I can't help you. Remember, I know the visa application. You just have to reach out. Remember, you have your 185 for pay and then you have my fee for pay. Yeah? Okay. I had a lawyer. The first interview, maybe it's because of age gap. You know, say, my age gap clients who got an interview, like they got the first interview and then they had a second interview. It was age gap, may I tell you. You can take the number from the screen. All right, guys, do not DM me on any social media platform, because again, you have scammers out here, and when you get to the money scam, you so me attack it big and loud. Not one of you can come on my platform and say, Annika, you know, say, my pay my money, I never a lie, I tell. Lie, you are tell. Cause 2026 is not the year for nobody to come on anybody's platform and tell them that they have been scammed. You're crazy. Yeah, but the age gap, they were in the interview for 3.5 hours. I don't want to frighten you, but they were in the interview for 3.5 hours. But they came out and she came out victorious. It was her two children, and all three of them got their green card. And she come out, she said she's tired. That the story them in the top tell. Is 7 or 8 years considered to be an age gap? Not to me. Age gap are over 10 years. And the thing is, I've had age gap situations that not they got their situation waived, and it's because I'm telling you already, say, you see the thing called financial comminglings. If you don't know what financial comminglings is, financial spending together, have financial life together. Y'all are spending your money together, or you're combining it together, or whatever it is. You see that's up. You see that's something there. Cannot go wrong with it, because me tell you, money is the root of all evil, and USCIS wants to see that your husband I go will everything to you. Or I'm trust you, him have you as you call it the power of attorney for him. So if anything go wrong, on the life insurance, you're the beneficiary, I get everything. Suppose to in the military, a man supposed to give him body in a military. If nothing go wrong and him keel over like are you are getting body. Like, come on, like I'm telling you these things. But y'all just be like, can we just send in 69 pictures? And then USCIS is gonna be like, this is only 3 places you're going to can't trick away. Whatever they're needing you both to come back will be resolved. Yeah, I feel like it will be resolved. Thank you. I really appreciate. Mine is 28 years gap, but my husband looks, your husband look young. I had an age gap situation of like 40 years, 38 years, and those people got through. Girl, you are so right. OMG. Man, tell you the truth is that they don't believe. They don't believe. So like when everybody's just there and they're just like, oh, we have a bank account. And then you're looking at the bank account, no transaction. USCIS is like, so what are we supposed to do with this? And I told you guys on the live that I did 2 days ago, it cannot be a case where when on a bank account, nothing is in there. It don't make no sense. Don't submit a bank account there, because it's like when I set up on yourself again. My cousin 26 and her husband is 52. They got through. You will too. Amen. Yes, Freya. I like that. Give her some encouragement. How do you know why you were denied a visa? Honestly, half of the time they don't tell you. Like, I've never been denied a visa, but half of the time they don't tell you. And this is crazy. Sometimes it's underneath the 214B. But aside from that, sometimes they will tell you that, well, sometimes they will say you have like immigration intent. And with immigration intent, that simply means that, all right, somebody probably would have filed for you. You have filing that they can see, right? And somebody filed an I-130 or they file a K1 visa and you come and you are trying to get a visa to go to the United States, they're thinking, well, if you get a visa, you're going to overstay. So that's the immigration intent. Just like with children, it's the same thing that they would say if somebody filed for them and they have a filing on in USCIS, they're going to say they have immigration intent. Sometimes they say to you that you don't have much family ties, and because you don't have much family ties, them tell us, say, hey, yeah, you now come back. So now I give you a visa. Ah, tell them my sister that in college when she work, she can return. I like how you talk to these people. You're doing a great job. No problem, no problem. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's definitely one of those things. Believe me. Believe me, it's one of those things. Like when you do your visa, it's that. Sometimes they really don't tell you though, but sometimes they go and tell the people them say you have business and you cannot prove to the people in the business that you have. Keep in mind when you do your DS260 day already. Really? So why you turn off the lights?
Are you not more majestic in the ring light of your phone?
If I'm not more majestic in the ring light of my phone? No, I don't feel so. When you're a little outside, I say, that's it. If I'm not more majestic in the ring light of my phone. Like, what? Bring me up. I have a question. Sir, ask me a question in the chat. I'm not bringing up anybody right now. Ask a question in the chat. But yeah, just one thing, just gonna talk about things, I can tell you that. The first interview was really smooth, not much questions. Well, hopefully this one, they don't ask much questions either. They might, as I said, 1 and 2 things they need to query. I got visit from USCIS after interview and they said it's address verification. It's been month next. What does that mean? It's been, how long has it been? They are trying to verify where you live. Wow. And I feel like this year is going to be more address verification. I mean, they have been doing it for so long. Like, it's just persons not realizing that they have been doing like site visits, right? What's gonna be next? I mean, he's gonna tell them his findings, and then from there, I guess it's going to go on that review again. Question: do you recommend anyone getting an IT no undocumented through tax filing with the spouse? I mean, if you're gonna file, remember if you're doing your immigration process, just for tax purposes, you can file jointly with your spouse. You don't necessarily have to get an ITIN for that. But I mean, when you're filing with your spouse for tax purposes, just for tax purposes, you know, have to go get the ITIN just for do it. You know how long ITIN take for get? Do they normally visit address before interview or after interview? I've seen it before and I've seen it after. Leo, if I'm seeing your comment. No, Leo, I'm not seeing your comment. You're probably going, wait. Hello, first time here. Do you still have to go by the 90-day rules where marriage is concerned on the H2B? Yes. I would say, listen to the people about their 90-day rule. But it seems like you didn't have one intent. Please don't have any intent when you come into the United States to get married to anybody. Don't have no intent, because that can be the downfall for a lot of persons. You're welcome. Somebody says, what could make USCIS cancel interview for I-485 on the scheduled date for interview? I've seen them do it a lot. Do I have a reasoning? No, I don't. No, I don't. And if you call a call center, they might not have a reason either. Sometimes it's either they're short staff and they cancel it out. But I've had situations in last year where they cancel out the interview, and when they cancel out the interview, they didn't reschedule it until like a month after, So if that's what they did, you're probably just gonna have to wait your time. I am from Nigeria, living in South Africa. How can you help me? Help you to do what, sir? Yeah, you just have to sit down, and you just have to sit down and wait for them to reschedule you. And sometimes they take a while to reschedule you. So if you don't want to show intent but want to, but been engaged and go, girl, come here there, Jay. Please retype this. You just want to go visit to get married. Me can't tell if we go do that. Yeah. I understand your question, but me can't tell if we go do that, my love. Queen Nash, our consultation is 50 for 30 minutes. You can take our number, and we do the bookings from the website, or you can call us and you can pay your fee via Zelle, whichever way works for you. Hey, I checked my marriage case and I'm seeing a message saying the process tab is unavailable. I think USCIS might be working on their system. I'm not sure. It's the new year. Who knows? But yeah, I have people who went to interview last year and they're still waiting. Like, I kid you not. And there's a lot of persons that's facing this. Sorry, the typo. I don't want to show intent, so they reject the application. What would be thing to do? Why, Jay? No. Cause you can't tell the people say I come here to come get married, my love. That's not a thing for you to do. That is intent. That is immigration intent. Probably want to speak to an attorney. It might be routine maintenance. Man is not working either. Yeah. I think it's from yesterday. Because this morning, one of my VOA clients, she said she couldn't get in on her thing. And I had to reset our password for her. That's how we actually got on. But we reset the password, and it's the same password. So we resetted it, and she could have able for going. But I feel like, as the young man said, it might be that routine for the first part of the year. Yeah, man, Jay, like, you have to be careful. So what if you just get married and send in bank statements? What kind of history can be had in such a short time? There's not a history to be had in such a short time. It's like, again, you set up yourself. You're setting up yourself. Like, if you get married, right? And you say you just meet the person, you just get married, and you're gonna submit. USCIS still want to see some form of relation, some form of bona fideness to the marriage. So when you do that, it's like you can wait 1, 2, or 1, 3 months to send in one bank the bank statement what actually is being used. Gone are the days when people just file quick one and two, and I eat that. Not if you're not using it. Brianna said, question, but what can be some reasons why the I-485 might still be reviewing even if I-130 is approved? The extra vetting that they stated that they would have been doing the first part of last year, Brianna. Yeah, like if you have stuff before marriage, me can get it. But if you don't have stuff before marriage and just decide to say, all right, you go just open one bank account and that's it. What is it for sure USCIS for say una live a life together? There's other things that you can use. USCIS never tells you you really have to have a giant bank account. There's other things that can show financial comminglings. What evidence they want when you're putting in your 2-year conditional green card? The same thing that they would have needed is just that they need updated for since that you're still living with your husband. So from the moment that you got your green card, Elaine, you would have extra bank statements, probably for a year and a half, right? If you had your joint bank account, any credit card statements, right? Any bills that you guys might have been paying, light, gas, water, garbage, waste, I should say, right? And you need the statement then. Any traveling that you would have done, you do Uber Eats, you do DoorDash, you can show them, say, all right, residence proof, you go for your DoorDash app. I forgot to send his birthday pictures. Okay. Yeah, so things like those. We do removal of conditions, so if you want to, you can reach out to us and we can probably help you, or you can go to our website and you get the checklist for the removal of the condition. What are some of the evidences? We have our checklist, so if you want, you can click the head right here. I can't believe I know me to reach 10,000. Like, I'm going to come off of this, my soon done 15 minutes. But I'm going to do this in the new year. I'm going to go to the because it's the new year. Come here. It's not, they would I say, oh, new me, new year. No, it's the same me. It's just that I have other ambitious things to go do with my life. Please to like the live. Thank you very much. So you guys can click the link, go to the website, and all of the information is there when it comes to the checklist. All right. Thank you so much. Let's allow ourselves to send it. Well, I'm gonna need for audit too. I'm gonna need for audit because you give me extra work. So when you got your interview, you can bring them. Thank you so much, guys. If you haven't yet follow me, hit the follow button, and if you haven't yet followed us on YouTube, go ahead and follow us because this live will be replayed on YouTube. All right. Okay. How long you got to be in this country for citizenship? Then Sharon, what you mean? Because Sharon, you see that question there now, that question that kind of not make much sense to me now, Sharon. Sharon, who filed for you? How did you get a green card? How long you have your green card for? And then I can tell you, based on that, when you should file for citizenship, Sharon. Thank you so much for following the live. I really appreciate it. Any subscription or memberships? Yes. Say, for instance, you subscribe to St. Jude's Hospital and, you're donating to them. You can use that, right? Yes. When I did mine at the interview, they didn't take anything. He told us he knew everything. My love. So they can't stay there when them done dig down. Thank you so much for the follow. Nadine, Jay, thank you for the follow. LOL, go easy on them. No, sometimes they stay too bad. They don't want to tap. They're going to come tell me, say, I don't come a finger hurt me. Miss Elaine said they do interview for a conditional green card. So, Miss Elaine, it depends, So, after the 1 year and 9 months come and you're removing the conditions off your green card, you're sending in everything we need for sending with the I-751, right? They give you an extension. If you're sending enough evidence, they give you an extension of 48 months, right? Depending on if you're still married to your spouse and you're going to do citizenship within the 2 years and 9 months mark, then you'll get both interviews together, right? Justin shall be binge. Yes, you shall be binge watching. Love that, Jay. Happy New Year meal service. Thank you so much for the follow, Toya. I appreciate that. Miss Carlene, thank you. Happy New Year. Anyways, beautiful people, Happy New Year. I'm gonna go out. Take care, and I wish everyone success. All right, Freya, big up you, girl. Thank you so much for the follow, Professor. I appreciate it. All right, please, any updates on those that? Thank you so much, Freya. The oath ceremony was canceled after passing the interview. Child, I don't know what they're doing. Again, this year we're going to see a lot of waiting. Believe me. I need your help. I have been looking for you. Really, Professor, you've been looking for me? Take the number from the screen. Melly Boo, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Sashi Boo Boo. Let's see here. All right, bestie. So I'm gonna come go about my business now. Yeah. All right. So yes, I can walk you through the process of it. You can do the U.S. passport renewal online. So yeah, I can help you. Yes, you could call me on Monday. That will be fantabulous. All right. And for persons who want to use my service, again, my name is Annika. I'm based in Missouri, and I file paperwork for persons right across the state, right? And outside of the country too. So don't be shy, reach out, you can, right? And then when it comes to also doing the visa applications, we help persons to fill out their visa applications. Taxes, we help persons to file their taxes. Yes, and Jamaica passport renewal, we do that. So again, I'm not going to tell y'all it's the new year. Please, 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 please make sure that you guys have your evidences, because again, we are only here to put your case together as best as possible and send it into USCIS. When USCIS gets your case, keep in mind, when they're ready to investigate you, then that's on you, because you need to make your evidences make sense. You understand? You have to make your evidence make sense. So if you weren't here for the first part of the live, when I was talking about that person who reached out to me with an intent to deny, like they try to intend to deny their case, or they're going to, because for me, looking at it, the officer was trying to give the person a chance and they didn't take the chance. They didn't. And with the person who recommended the person to me, I had to say to the person, I say, hey, I say, for me, this looks like blatant, you know what. And they were trying to give the person a chance and the benefit of the doubt and everything that they found. It just never make any sense. And like, this is me reading it. And every read it, this is me. But the officer was trying to give you a chance. Like, make it make sense. So I'm saying, start the new year, start it off on the right foot. Start it off. If you know that you don't have sufficient evidences, don't rush to send your paperwork in. You will have other persons say to you, no man, you can send it in with this and send it in with that. No. No. Right? Send it in with evidences. Because again, evidences is going to be your best friend. And when you're sending in the evidences, make sure it makes sense. Make sure it's related to your relationship. Yeah? Make sure it is related to the relationship. Not that you got married in 2024, but you're sending a piece of evidence from 2023. That not make no sense. Yeah? Put one in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Put one in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. It cannot be that you got married in 2024 and then you're sending in evidences from, like, a piece of evidence from 2023, and I say it related to your case when it's not. the officer gonna look on it and be like, oh, what this? They're gonna be like, what is this? So just be mindful, just be mindful. Rome wasn't built in a day, it wasn't. And again, everything with immigration takes time. Your case is not your friend's case. Your case is not like your grandmother case that was from 2020. Yeah? Everything in immigration has changed from last year to now. I'm located in Missouri. Everything has changed from last year to now. Right? So I'm saying to you, be mindful, follow up, use the resources that USCIS gives to you, use the resources that NVC gives to you, use the resources that you can go find on the White House to read the news them if you want to follow up with the news. With Reddit, as I say, Reddit over there, they don't have any chill over there. So nobody go put no over on Reddit on cannot take the backlash over there. If you're not gonna ask a question, make sure so not come straight. If you're not go over Reddit, go ask no question, because guns blazing, they will like. So if you're not strong for Reddit, please don't go over there. Okay? Just read the things I want to see over there, and that's it. All right, besties. So follow me on Immigration Help 101 at YouTube, and right here, if you haven't hit the follow button, hit the follow button. If you want to book a consult with us, you can book a consult with us by going to our website. All right. And we do brainstorm session with persons who are just going to start the process and they really don't know what type of evidence is that they need, right? The checklist, as I said, is on our website. Different checklists is on our website. And again, always fact check uscis.gov or always fact check NVC, the State Department, for certain things if you don't know, right? If you do need an attorney, and if you come to somebody like me and I'm going to be like, hey, you need an attorney, I can refer you to an attorney. All right. It just depends on what the situation is. Okay, besties. Taxes, the tax season, as I said, is upon us. So you can reach out to us for taxes too. Yeah, passport renewals. Don't be shy. I know a lot of you sit down and like a lot of you have been scammed before, and I understand it. But I don't look good in orange. I might look good in the orange color, like a shirt or something, but I don't look good doing time, So I don't have any time to do anybody dirt. And if you haven't been watching me for a while, and for all my day one followers, they know me. I come live all the time. If I'm not live, I do my videos, but I don't do DMs. I don't do the inboxing thing. I only have one number, and it's one number only, and you can get us via that number. So besties, until next time, I bid you adieu. Happy new year, prosperity, blessings, success to you all in the new year. Be consistent in everything that you choose to do, right? If you need to, do your business, you do your business, right? Start your business. The new year, it is here. So don't falter, all right? Until next time, bye.